So guys, today I'm gonna try and show you how to make a wide melodic dubstep chord progression. Like I have a chord progression now. Um, what I'll do is I'll run you through step by step on how I make wide space sounding chords. And then you could put this into your own production. So I have this chord. It's a Cymatics MIDI pack with a couple of adjustments. So stock, it sounds like this. Right. Now, just to make it a lot easier, you get your top melody that you have. You get that and you delete the melody, but you copy it first. You make a second channel and you copy that in, so now you have a separate. So you can easily make whatever you want. So if it's in Serum, I make five different. No, I'll make. Is it five? It's either 3 to 5 different synths and 3 basses. The way I do this is I open up Serum. Straight away, 16 voices of unison, and detune to about 20, yeah, about 20. Between 15 and 20 I usually go. And then that's that one. Then oscillator beat, I turn it up an octave. Turn the level down from 75 to 65. Turn the unison all out to 16. Detune it to 15. That's that. Then you can mess around with the blend. As you can see, you got these the 2 taller ones is the left side will obviously where you're panning it. So I usually do it to about 85 on both sides. There's a slight difference. And I also forgot to warn you that my audio will obviously be crap because I'm on Apple. I'm on my Mac, so I can't record desktop audio. But anyway, this is how I make my simple stuff. And I know a lot of people would say, no, you're doing it wrong, but this is how I do it. I've always done it, and this is how, to me, it sounds quite well. I put a multi-band compressor on, but I turn the ratio all the way down. So if I took it off, hang on. It just gets more high end. You get your high end out of what you're going for. I actually put hyper and dimension on too, but I put the dimension to about 40, which sounds stupid. Turn the size down to about 20. I turn the mix on the hyper to 5. It's a little difference, but it will make sense. Then you get your EQ and you cut the low end out to about between 200 and 250 is how I do it. So I do, let's say 250. So you can see you got a couple of little low end frequencies, but they're being cut out, so they're simple for me. I'll duplicate the channel and I'll drag that down. I'll then get my next one. What I'll do is I will go to analog, go to MB saw, and this is more of a soother, more of a smooth, softer sound. So it's a lot easier, and as you've duplicated your channel, you'll get your duplicated serum as well. So I leave it as that. So together you got. So that's that. And again, duplicate it to your third channel. And this time you can kind of do a bit what you want. I usually do an MB saw and go to, I think it's a, where is it? I think it's a Genji. Is it a Genji? It's no. It's one that has got a more of a high it's a weird tone. No. This one. It's a bit like a square. Wait, it's a square. Then I turn the oscillator to about 50%, so you can just about hear it. Now all together, you got these. Adjust your levels to how you want so it fits you. I do quite well with my levels. I just turn the master down quite a bit, and then I just fiddle the levels once I've got my final piece. Now, I created a new track because I'm not duplicating. The only thing I'm duplicating this time is the sub. Is the bass line from this track. So now what I'll do here is I'll go here to this, to this, to this. Now here we go. Take out obviously the ones you don't need, which are these. So now you got now I don't touch it. All I do is I go to Serum. I'll go to the multiband, turn that on, ratio, sorted. It's nice to have a bit of a raw sound in your track. Otherwise, you're just like, it just sounds too spacey, and it sounds like too. You just don't get enough different sounds in your collection of saws. So how I'll do it now is I'll go up to 8 voices in unison, saving CPU now. Turn the oscillator B down by 10%. So now you've got that. Should sound okay. Duplicate it again, but this time you got a sub. Let's put a sub on. You can debate whether to use another oscillator with it, but me, I put a sub on, and then I put another sine on. Do you know what? I like that little high-end, like, fizz. So I'm going to keep that, because it sounds a bit like white noise. So, yeah, I'm going to... Oh, no. It's a unison. So what I'll do is mess around with the levels, which will be, like... Usually it's about between 1 and 2 dB with the low end. I usually mess about slightly. Not a lot, but just enough. So most things. Now here's how you can choose what to do. I would go to there. Personally, oh fuck off, helicopter, you bastard. I'll create a track. I would create a track stack. That bloody helicopter pisses me off. Create a track stack. And from there, I will put a Valhalla on. Turn it down to about 5%. And then I turn the seconds down to about 1. No, to about just 85, 0.85. So that's not even a second. Shut up! I'm busy, bastards. Now this is where you can kind of put your own part in. Like you can put Nicky Romero kickstart on, and do a sidechain. Or you could do half. Depends on what song I'm doing, really. This really depends on what song I'm doing, but yeah. But this is what I got as a final product. Oh shit, yeah, I've got to do top melody. Simple, really, for me. What I do is I open up Serum. I put 8 voices of unison. I turn the detune to about 15%. I put the blend up to about 90. And you got that. Basically, usually what you do with a super saw, just do it with that. And this time you take the low end out to about 200 hertz. Put Valhalla on. You kind of want a bit so it delays a bit. So let's kickstart your tit. Oops, my bad. Let's open up Valhalla. You want the mix to about 15%, and you want the decay to about 1.2. Yeah, that'll do. Sweet. And all together, if you turn it down, it should sound quite well. And just to show you how I used it, I used this exact MIDI and everything in my own track. Just so you're kind of like aware of how I use and how I do it. Let's just get to that point now. Just let it do its thing. Shouldn't take too long. I used it in my breakdown here, so it goes like this. And then the drop just sounds like this. So yeah, that is literally pretty much how I make my super saws and how they sound spacey. You can decide whether you want to pan your saws. Like, see here, I've got like all my saws here. You could pan one to the right and pan one to the left, and you could then do whatever you want. I personally put an ARP in the middle. It just fills in the empty spaces, and it kind of creates a bit more like rhythm in your head. So it's always nice. But yeah, and that was just a quick tutorial on how I make my super saws. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the few upcoming tracks I've got. There should be a few or a couple more releases before Christmas. I was going to release an EP, but then one track took a lot longer than before. So I decided to release one track, and now I've decided just to release a couple of singles instead. But yeah, is how it is. Anyways, stay safe out there, people, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.